Hello Stage 2. Today we're doing another reading task on literal and inferential questions. Now I have a friend here, his name is Robot. Say hi Robot.
Hey Ms. Wilson.
And he's going to be helping us understand literal and inferential questions. Now my robot knows the answer to everything. He's so smart I can ask him anything and he'll know the answer. Robot, what is 10 plus 14?
The answer is 24.
There we go, he always knows the answer. So this robot can also read a text and answer questions about that text. Now I have a short text here that I have written to prove to you that my robot can answer any questions about a text. Once upon a time there was an old man who lived in an old lighthouse. The lighthouse stopped working years ago and he was too old to fix the lighthouse on his own. The man lived alone with no friends or anyone nearby to talk to. He had to do everything on his own, but this was just something he couldn't do by himself. So now I can ask him any question. Robot, who lived in an old lighthouse?
The old man.
Very good. Robot, did the old man live with anyone?
No, he didn't.
Robot, did he live near anyone that he could talk to or rely on?
No, he didn't.
See, my robot knows the answer to everything. Now there is one thing that my robot can't do, and I haven't worked out how to fix him yet. He's not able to read between the lines and get an answer that isn't directly stated in the text. I'll give you an example. Robot, how did the man feel?
I don't know.
See, my robot can't answer everything. I haven't worked out how to fix him yet, but I know that I can answer that question. I believe that the man would be feeling quite lonely because he doesn't live with anyone, and that might make him a bit upset, especially considering his lighthouse isn't working and it stopped working years ago. Now, what I have just explained then is an inferential question. It's a question that doesn't have the answer directly in the text. I had to think about different things that were said in the text to be able to form my own answer. I was able to figure out that he might feel quite lonely and a little bit upset because in the text it says the man lived alone with no friends or anyone nearby to talk to. He had to do everything on his own. So, in my opinion, I felt like he'd be quite lonely and quite upset because he didn't live with anyone. So I just gave you an example of an inferential question. It's a big word, but all it really means is that the answer is not directly in the text. You have to read the text and develop your own understanding of the text to be able to formulate an answer. Now, unfortunately, robots can't just answer that. It's something that us humans have to answer. However, something that robots or my robot can answer, as well as myself, is literal questions. Literal questions are things that are found in the text and you can just take out and put into your answer. So for example, I asked the robot who lived in the old lighthouse, and in the text it says, once upon a time there was an old man who lived in a lighthouse. So I have been able to take that answer and put it into my answer. So there are always literal and inferential questions in our texts that we get when we do comprehension. Now, literal are a lot easier to answer because you're just taking a piece of text and putting it into your answer because that's what the answer is. Inferential is a little bit harder and requires you to think, but by reading the text properly, you are able to think and answer those questions. So now that we have learned a little bit about inferential and literal questions, there's going to be a Microsoft Forms with a short text on it, and we're going to answer questions about that. Now, unfortunately, I can't have my robot do those answers for you as he's not able to do the inferential ones, but I'm sure that you can. So have fun, and once you have finished doing that Microsoft Forms, your task is done.
Bye, Stage 2.